There comes a moment, quiet, almost invisible, when the life you've been living no longer fits the person you were meant to become. It doesn't announce itself with thunder. It doesn't ask for permission. It arrives in the silence, in the late nights when your thoughts grow louder than your distractions, in the mornings when you feel that weight in your chest before the world even touches you, a weight that whispers, "This is not it. This is not your final form." You've felt it, that tension between who you are and who you could be. And most people spend their entire lives running from that feeling. They drown it in comfort. They bury it in routine. They silence it with excuses dressed up as logic, but not you. Because if you're here, if you're listening to this voice right now, then something inside you is already awake. Not fully, not yet, but enough to recognize that playing small is no longer an option. This is the moment, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, not when fear disappears, because fear never disappears. It only changes form. It evolves as you evolve. The only thing that changes is your willingness to walk through it. Playing small is not humility. It's not caution. It's not realism. It is fear wearing a mask. It is the quiet agreement you make with mediocrity when you decide that comfort is more valuable than growth. It is the lie you tell yourself when you say, "This is enough," when deep down you know it isn't. And the most dangerous part, you can live an entire life like that and nobody will stop you. The world doesn't punish you for playing small, it accommodates you. It gives you just enough to survive, just enough to stay comfortable, just enough to keep you from ever discovering what you're truly capable of. But your soul knows, your soul keeps a score. And every day you shrink, every day you hesitate, every day you choose safety over possibility, that voice grows louder until one day you either answer it or you regret ignoring it. This is where everything changes. Because the truth that most people avoid, is that the life you want is not waiting for you to be ready. It is waiting for you to decide. Decision is power, not interest, not intention, not "I'll try." Decision. The kind of decision that burns the bridge behind you. The kind that says, there is no going back to the version of me that settles. When you make that decision, something shifts, not outside of you, inside of you. Because the moment you stop playing small, you stop negotiating with your potential. You stop asking, "What if I fail?" And you start asking, "What if I don't try?" You stop shrinking to fit into rooms that were never meant for your expansion. You stop dimming your light to make others comfortable in their darkness. And you begin, finally, to take ownership of your mind. Because everything begins there. Your life is not controlled by circumstances. It is shaped by perception. Two people can stand in the same storm. One sees destruction, the other sees opportunity. The storm is the same, the outcome is not. Your mind is the filter. And if your mind is trained to doubt, to fear, to hesitate, then even the greatest opportunities will look like threats. But if your mind is trained to believe, to see possibility, to act with conviction, then even the greatest obstacles become stepping stones. This is why mastery of the mind is not optional. It is everything. Because the world you experience is the world you interpret. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you've been interpreting your life through the lens of limitation, through stories you didn't even write, stories inherited from failure, from criticism, from moments when things didn't go your way, stories that whisper, "You're not ready, you're not enough, stay where it's safe." But those are not truths. They are echoes, echoes of a past that no longer has authority over your future unless you allow it. And the moment you recognize that, the moment you truly understand that your thoughts are not commands, but suggestions, you gain power because now you can choose differently. You can choose belief, not blind belief, not empty affirmation, but deliberate, disciplined belief, the kind that is built through action. Because belief is not something you wait for, it is something you create. Every time you do what you said you would do, you build it. Every time you move forward despite fear, you strengthen it. Every time you refuse to shrink back into comfort, you solidify it. And over time, that belief becomes unshakable. Not because life gets easier, but because you become a stronger, because you realize that you are not defined by your circumstances. You are defined by your response to them. And once you understand that, truly understand it, there's no going back. Because now you see the game for what it is, and you refuse to play small ever again. Because